So why is it important to keep following up? Now, the follow-up is something that we all need to embrace and understand. That a lot of the things that we do in life, we get to a certain point, often halfway through achieving something, and we give up. Now that can be trying to train for things, or learning things, or trying to do business and make sales. But it occurred to me when I was talking to my son at the weekend. Now he's playing in his under-8s football team. I'm one of the coaches, and since the pandemic hit, they've hardly done any training. So we're doing a bit more training together. So he's practicing the garden, and what I noticed is that he does all the tackling and running and all of the energy between his goal and the opponent's goal. But when they get to the end, all the boys do the same. They seem to get overwhelmed and they just fluff it. They kick the ball indiscriminately somewhere else where it shouldn't go. And it occurred to me, all that effort that they've spent to try and get from one end to the other is wasted because they lose focus at the end. And it made me think about this follow-up. So when I'm going to take the sales cycle. So when we're chasing up clients or trying to win a deal, we send out a proposal, we check in that they've got the proposal, we see if they want to do the job, and often the client will turn around and say, actually no, we're not going to move forward with this. You know, we all get disappointed with that, and we kind of look, we turn our heads and go on to a new client. Now, it occurred to me that, do you know what, if we keep doing that, it means we're always going to go back to zero and start from zero again. Whereas if we continued with that client and persevered, because as we said before, no doesn't mean never, if we carried on staying in contact with that client, following up, there might be additional opportunities that come up, additional projects that come along, additional invitations to come and speak in front of a wider team. And it's the same with the football analogy. And I said to my son, is that what you've got to try and focus on is you spend all the time and effort getting from your end of the pitch to the opponent's end. And if we lose focus at the end and get overwhelmed and don't take a strategic action, i.e. trying to focus where we're going to shoot the ball at the goal, past the goalkeeper and into the net, we're going to have to start again and go through all that effort again. So I thought it was really important that we understand that the follow-up is critical in everything we do, because I'd say a large proportion of people give up at that 50%. So, for example, the sales cycle, we might have to make 50 calls to actually win a deal, but we might get to say 25, think that's enough, and then get disheartened when that deal doesn't come off. But it doesn't mean that this person is never going to buy from you. It just means now is not the right time for them. So really started to make me think slightly differently, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So have a think about the importance and how you can try to follow up more in everything that you do.